I took a nap in the afternoon. I'm up right now. I wanted to drink some coffee, and because I like the taste of coffee, it also has caffeine. So I got to doing some thinking, and I tend to be the most reflective in early morning, so I don't really mind staying up. This is how my nails look like right now. I taped them on. If you look really closely, you can see that there is air bubbles. You see that? I don't think that this is very practical because I am a diver, and because this is taped on, let me show you guys. See? I can actually remove it. Some of it actually removes. I put this in yesterday, and because I'm constantly washing my hands, this stuff, in terms of taping it, I would really say it's only good for maybe 2 days. I'm planning to keep these nails, reuse these nails. If I want to dress up or go out to dinner, then I can, snap these back on. But as a diver, really not practical. So I was looking at my closet today. This side of it, you can see I have some pieces. This is my jackets. This one, of course, is very sentimental. This is a jacket that my mom got me. And some of the pieces that I have, it just I think I'm growing out of it. And it's strange for me to put it that way, but like things like this, I don't know if it really does it. Like this kind of piece, it doesn't really do anything for me. And I think part of it is because I'm just being drawn to solid. So something like this, you see this? So this is a, oh my goodness, I have all this cat hair on this. This is like a solid black. And if I wanted to, I could dress it up easily, right? A solid black with something like this. See? So if I want to go out and be casual, just wear solid black. If I want to dress it up, like let's say we go out, when we don't have this kind of stuff, add something like this on there. This is like a little too much, but you get what I'm saying. It's easy to dress up solid color pieces with jewelry rather than going with these kind of prints. And I don't know, like I kind of feel like I'm gonna grow out of a lot of this stuff as I get older, and that kind of bothers me. This. Something like this, oh, you can see my little tailoring over there, it was a little too long. But something like this, I don't know if this is gonna do any favors for me as I get older. And let's see, what else do we have over here? Oh, I remember this dress. See? So something like a t-shirt that's kind of, it's just like regular clothes, but hold on. I don't want to lose that earring. But yeah, my closet side can definitely use a little purging. It's crazy because I've been purging this closet. I've been acquiring new pieces and then downsizing. Most of this closet, I'd say I'd say over 50% of it was stuff that I picked up. So like this was picked up, this was picked up, and this is just stuff that people give away in Brooklyn. Yeah. And I'm kind of surprised. Like some of this stuff is actually pretty expensive. So this is a Madewell. And then this one, you guys saw the green dress. Oh my goodness, I put it backward. This is Elizabeth James over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. See that? And then I have this like little romper, but I need to iron it. And then I have like a really nice piece like that. I know it looks really crinkly, but it actually looks really nice with some white pants. All stuff, all stuff I have in my closet, but you probably will never see me wear outside. Except like this stuff, this stuff, this stuff. This one, the shirt that I have on right now. There's a huge disconnect about what I have in the closet versus stuff I feel comfortable wearing outside. And then of course, this is the purge area. I really do have to purge this part. And then here's my coat. Here's my second coat. My coat that I need to repair. Wait, no, this was the okay coat. This is the coat that I need to repair. This one has a rip. Yeah. So, just a lot of little refinement over here. Yeah. My closet is stuffed. Yeah, and I have the velvet hangers too, so it's a space saving ones. You can't even say like, "Oh, Erica, you just need to have you just need to get those hangers. These are the thin hangers, and I'm a huge fan of these. These are amazing. Half of these I got for free, so that's why the black ones I got for free. And I just made with it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it, but all my jackets all have wooden hangers because I feel like I want to have more support. And again, all the wooden hangers were free. I rehomed them. As I think a lot of people, they don't like having wooden hangers because they take up a lot more space. But for me, if I have something like a sweater here, I want it to have more support. I don't want it to just kind of be, you know, kind of like hanging on there. And that's why for the influencer side, he has wooden hangers and then plastic hangers because I was short for a little bit. All on his side as well for his jackets. So yeah, I'm going to have to declutter a good number of this stuff. It's not that big of a deal like this one. This one can definitely go. This one can go. This is a solid, so I'll keep this. This one I'm going to keep. This shirt, I really like it. But you know the problem is, I was going to wear this on a stream one day, but I did not wear it because I did not realize it was see-through. See that? It's sheer. It's sheer. So if I have studio lights and a bra on, it's going to go right through it. I'm like, oh, I really like this shirt though. I just can't wear it with any lights. Yeah, any bright lights, it's gonna go right through. Yeah. And then here's my other Madewell, this one that you've seen me, this one. Yeah, so off the bat, I can see, let's see, one. I don't want to get rid of these two jackets. Maybe there's like one over here or something. Oh, this was a jacket that I really liked, but I never got to wear it. Okay, let me show you guys this. Look at this. Oh, I love this one so much. It's really nice, but yeah, I haven't worn this. Ah. Yeah, it's hard for me to do this kind of stuff with just one hand. As much as it seems kind of crazy in here, I assure you I have purged this closet, and it's just like, yeah, I just need to do more purging. It's not going to be that big. It's not going to be that big of a deal purging. Yeah. So I have this one. Oh, this was my shirt that I picked up. Remember this one? I was like so happy to find it, and then someone told me I look like I would belong to a gang, and I was like, "What? What?" So who knows? I don't know if this is a men's shirt or a women's shirt, but maybe I'll give this away to someone in Hawaii where it's a little safer because I know someone who really likes this brand, and I'm pretty sure I could fit them. And let's see over here. Yeah, so there is some stuff that I could get rid of, but some stuff I don't want to get rid of. Oh, yeah, but off the top, I think I can get rid of 5 things. 5 things. Oh, this was a dress that you guys saw once. Remember this one? Oh, I can't wear this one outside. It's too low cut. It's too low cut. Yeah, look at my nice little hanger. It isn't Chloe, by the way. So, anyway, I can't put that in with one hand. So I need more closet space, or I need to declutter, but most likely what I'm going to do is start decluttering part of this closet. It's not that hard to declutter stuff down because now I feel like I have more of a focus about what I want for this closet. More solids. See, something like this. Lewis thinks this is a really weird top. I like it. I feel like I'm part of Star Trek when I wear that one. But something like that, and then yeah, just kind of work at things. But it's getting tough. Like, okay, so let's see. I can pull. Ah! Okay. I can pull this one. This is gonna have to go on the ground because I don't have enough space there. But yeah, once I start pulling things, I'll end up with more space. And let's see here. This one, it's a very sentimental jacket. I've actually had this jacket since high school, but maybe I'll think about getting rid of it because I haven't worn this in a really long time. And then this one, yeah, I've never worn this one. That one can go. Okay, see? So I am making a little space here, and then this one can go as well. That one looks a little hypnotic. I want to keep this one for now. Oh, this is my little faux Da Vinci one. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I still want to keep that. Let's see. Oh, I can get rid of that yellow turtleneck over there. Yeah. So I don't think contrary to what people might think about this closet, I don't think I have that much clothes. I just think my closet space is pretty small. Yeah, I think my closet space is pretty small right here. What was this? Okay, so there's some pieces. Okay, this one I think I can get rid of. Yeah, this one's a little big on me anyway. So I think that one I can get rid of. I gotta double check. This one, I have a love-hate relationship with that one. I gotta see how I look like with that, with makeup. But, yeah, let's see. Oh, this one. Oh, I remember this one. I wore this one in Hawaii. Oh, I gotta see how I look with this thing on. But this one I think can go. This one I think can go. Yeah. Yeah, LuLaRoe stuff is really comfortable, so I like it, but I haven't worn that in a while. And let's see. This one. Oh, I kind of want to keep that one. Let's see. This jacket I kind of like. Yeah, let's keep that for a bit. So I made a little bit of space here. It's not very much. It's still struggling, but I'm just gonna do a free box. I'm just gonna do a free box. So outside people can just take the clothes if they want to. Last week I put a free box. I told you guys that someone took the whole freaking thing, and I was like, "What? I hope my free box didn't get thrown away." So if someone took it, I don't really mind, but if it went to the trash, like, I'd feel absolutely terrible. So, because I pick up so much clothes, or I don't I pick up a lot of clothes, but I don't keep that much clothes. Like, I have a lot more clothes that I gave away rather than I kept for the clothes that I plan to give away. I would just give it away for free because I would say, for instance, so that one was free, that yellow one was free, this was free. Let's see. This one, I think this is an anthropology top. That one was free, this one was free. This is something that I already had. This one was free. Which one was this one? I think this was free. Yeah, this one was free. And then this one I bought. This was one my mom gave me. This one, oh, I forgot all about this jacket. Yeah, so this one was free. So basically most of my closet, you can see about, I'd say out of 10 jackets, maybe I had, or maybe it was directly purchased for me, or I purchased 2 of them, but 8 of them were free. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff, but oh, it's so hard. It's hard to like declutter some of this stuff because I'm like, yo, I only need 2 jackets. Plus, keep in mind I have a bunch of I have like 2 coats, right? 2 fur coats plus 3 down feather jackets. I only technically probably need 3 jackets. But in Hawaii, for instance, I had more jackets than I had shirts because I get cold easily. So I'm like, okay, just stock up on the jackets. And I can never say, it's hard for me to say no to a jacket, like a nice jacket. See, like something like this, I was like, oh, I don't have any jacket that has this little padded thing on here. And I think it would look really nice with some black pants. So that's what I want to keep. Yeah, it's just tough. It's just tough. So I got to work through this stuff. And yeah, so this one, this one you guys have seen me with. I really like that. It's a solid, so this one works. This one I could get rid of. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it. Okay, let's pull that over there. Okay, there we go. This one I want to keep. This keep. This keep. Oh, I really like this, but next round, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't get rid of that one right now. And then this one, I might get rid of. I like this dress, but I'm like, ugh. Oh, it's tough. It is a toughie. I actually have to see how I look like. with makeup and then try a lot of this clothes on, because things can look dramatically different if I have makeup on versus if I don't have makeup on. If I have makeup on, of course, something like this one that you saw, this green dress, it looks much, oh my gosh, there we go. It looks much better on me when I have makeup on versus without. And yeah, so like something like this. I thought this was really cute. Yeah, I thought this was really, really cute. Okay, I'm gonna just put that over there. Okay, it's looking kind of crazy on this side. But you can see just taking out some pieces, it's already looking like I have more space. Slightly. Okay, this is my Hawaii dress. Not getting rid of that, not getting rid of this. This one I like. This one I like. I've never worn this. Yeah, some of these dresses, like I got them and I, like, you can see the tags are still on, like I never wore it. Just because it actually shows my knees, so this is stuff that I bought before I realized, hey, I probably should not show my knees when I walk outside, so that's why there's this huge disconnect about stuff. Oh, and then this is my little black dress. Yeah, oh my goodness, I have not seen this little black dress. No, he's sleeping. He's sleeping right now. Yeah, oh, I remember this little black dress and I got my tights on here. Oh. And then I have another one. Oh, I wore this one when we watched Wicked. And then here's my Forever 21 top. I thought this would look really cute with some nice jeans. And then here's my my turtleneck, my workout clothes, my sleep shirt. I know it's kind of jumbled in there. Right, this. This is a really nice dress. So this was the one. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love this dress so much. I just haven't been able to wear it out yet. Especially because it's cold, but it's such a nice dress. It is really a pretty dress. So yeah, and then from here, I got this one. Yeah, I think I can say goodbye to this one. Okay. And this one, t-shirt dress. Yeah, I can say bye to that one as well. And then this one, oh, I forgot I even had this top. This one, I could say bye to that one. And then we got my tops over here. Yeah, one thing I really like about these Banana Republic shirts is I got this little satin over here, so it looks a little nicer than just a regular shirt. See that? I have I think 3 of this in Hawaii. And I really, really wanted them, and I actually went on Mercari and I bought them pre-owned because I was like, I miss having these little shirts. I didn't bring them with me when I went to New York. So Hawaii, I have the black one, and I have the gray one, and I think I have a brown one in Hawaii too. And yeah, and then my workout stuff, and then my fake thing, and like, look at that. Oh, so much clothes. But I feel like it can breathe just a little better. Just a little better. Slightly. And then here are my scarves over there. A little better. Yeah, no, I didn't even go to the Goodwill bins. I haven't shopped at Goodwill for a really long time. I went to Goodwill, I think once or twice here in New York, and I did go to Goodwill. I got my Hugo Boss shoes from there. Hold on, let me show you guys this. Hold on, one moment. Here. This is the shoes that I got from Goodwill. I think it was only $6.99, so these are Hugo Boss high heels. And one thing about Goodwill or Plato's, they actually put the price on here. So when I walk around, I'm like, damn it, everybody can see $11.99 for my shoe. But these shoes are, I think, were over $300 new, and when I looked at the soles, I was like, "Dang, this hasn't been, uh, worn very much." So, these are my only heels over here, my only black no, 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 it's not my only black high heels, but it's my only covered ones, and I really I try to, make sure that they're away from the rest of the shoes, like, none of the cats can knock this shoe over because just because. So, sometimes when I need a pick-me-upper, I wear these shoes. I haven't walked out on the street wearing these shoes, but I wear these shoes and I'm like, "Oh, I miss the days I could walk around in high heels and not have to worry about anything." And here I am, like, "Okay." So I got my indoor clothes, I got my outdoor clothes, something like, outdoor clothes would be something like this with, black leggings. See, this would be outdoor clothes, and then it's long sleeve, as you can see. Yeah, nothing showy, nothing showy. Something like this, I would not wear outdoors because it shows me. I know, and it shows the arms too. I know some of you guys would think like, "Erica, really? Really? You don't wanna show your arms?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't wanna show my arms. I don't wanna get approached." It's happened before, and it just makes me feel really uncomfortable, and I need to actually fix that on later. Someone's gonna get triggered by looking at this stuff. So, yeah, I think I need more closet space. That would really be the only option. Either that or I do a really forced decluttering, and I could do a forced decluttering and just like get rid of a lot of this stuff, but there's just too many pieces that I like that I'm thinking like, "Oh, I'm gonna wear that. I'm gonna wear that later." No, I've actually decluttered this. But it's only today that I realized that I wanted to get rid of a lot of the prints because a lot of the prints, like something like, how would I say it? Something like this, although I like it, I don't think it's going to do me much favors as I get older. Maybe it's just me. I think that I'm better off. Here, let me show you guys this. So, compared to this versus where's my black dress? Where is that dress? Okay. Yeah, it's a little hard doing this stuff with one hand. One hand plus fake nails, okay? So when you look at these two dresses, right? You can see this one has like this very busy print, and it's not a bad print. Don't get me wrong. Do like this print. But something like this, it lasts a lot longer. And yeah, it's more like a classic style. So I feel as if I wore this in my 20s. I'm currently in my 30s. I feel like I can wear this in my 40s, my 50s, my 60s, assuming I keep the same measurements, right? I can't say the same thing about this dress. I think that this dress, I'm gonna hit a certain age and be like, why are you trying to dress so young? Like it might not do me any favors. I don't know how I'm gonna have like bone structure changes as I get older, and yeah. But right now, I think I can pull off this dress still. But this is definitely something that I can elevate with with like with like this, see? Like this, or if I have like a little brooch over here, that will look really nice. Yeah, so I know they have some rhinestone ones. Like I know this is the earring, but you get what I'm saying. Like I could just like use something like that and then turn like a regular little black dress into something a little bit more special versus this one. It kind of is what it is, and then I'd get over to one of those cheapy jewelry stuff. So yeah, going with more solid colors, going with more rhinestone pieces, more cubic zirconium. I think that would be a good thing. I told you guys previously that I have this stance where if you wear any jewelry, you better be able to replace it in if you go out. And my reasoning being is I've been reading about people getting targeted for theft. It is a very real thing. People target others on subways, and I take the subway. If I am walking in the subway and I'm wearing a piece like this, right? And let's say I'm wearing a nice bag, people might think, hey, you know what? This chick has money. let me rob her. So if they rob me or they say, "Give me your earrings or give me your jewelry," and let's say I have what looks to be a diamond, tennis bracelet. I'm thinking about getting a cubic zirconium one, which is like $17 on Amazon, but I need to find one that fits my wrist. I have no problem giving them that. If it was a real diamond tennis bracelet, I would be, I would feel sick because I would think to myself, it's over $800. A lot of these tennis bracelets are really expensive. Let's say I got a real one, it's over $800. Someone confronts me, they want to take my tennis bracelet, I have to give it to them. And replacement cost for an $800 tennis bracelet is going to be, of course, another $800 versus having a $17 bracelet. If someone says, "Give me your tennis bracelet," I'll be like, "Yeah, you know what? You can take it. You can take my $17 bracelet. I'll just go home. I'll order another one." And this is really how living in New York has really shaped me how I see items. I don't want to carry expensive stuff out with me. I don't want to carry out precious jewels. You will never see me wear diamond jewelry outside. I don't have any diamond jewelry, but you will never see me do that because I know and I've heard too many stories about people getting robbed. They become targets of theft, not only here in New York, but also Hawaii. And I'll probably do a stream about it tomorrow. It heavily affected me about my, thoughts about jewelry. I used to be so into the idea of having, like, nice pieces, getting expensive jewels one day, but after I read this article, it was a big thing in Hawaii, it was an armed robbery, actually. This family had jewelry pieces that was multi-generational and they love to show it off. And I have no problem with people showing jewelry off. It's so beautiful. Of course, right? People want to show off the jewels. They want to say, "Hey, look at the stuff that my family has." Jewelry pieces are meant to be shown. However, it can and it will make you a target of theft. And what happened in the Hawaii case was there was an armed robbery and they held the family up by gunpoint and they said, "Where's your jewelry?" And they were trying to play stupid and they said, "I don't have real jewelry. I just have costume jewelry." And they said, "No, don't play with us. This is not targeted." And what I found out was that this family took so many pictures of their jewelry. And they were also involved in hula. So this is not like nobody knows who they are. They were very proud of it. They were proud of their Hawaiian jewelry, proud of the pearls, proud of the gold bangles and necklaces that they had. Seems like a really nice family too. But when people need money or when people see opportunities for easy money, they think to themselves, yeah, that's the family I wanna hit up. So it shook them up, and seeing that article, seeing that news report on TV a few years ago, it really changed my perception about jewelry. So, yeah, if you guys ever see me, out, if you guys ever catch me in person and you see me with, let's say, what looks to be expensive jewelry, I can guarantee you it will be cubic zirconium, it will be rhinestones, it won't be anything of value. Oh, please check out Curtis for mayor 2021. Who else is running for mayor? Andrew Yang is running for mayor, is he not? What is the okay, so hold up, let me read this. Are those pockets? No, there's no pockets on this one. What would be appropriate New York City subway attire? Um, Inconspicuous. Don't wear expensive stuff. If you wear things like a fur coat, you might get approached by people who you got some really prominent animal activists over here. I haven't come across that, but yeah. So just wear something like this. See? So you got a black coat over here. Something's just, like it has no brand name on here. Black with leggings. If you look bummy, that's a good thing. It's good to look bummy in New York. I know that so many people think about Sex in the City and they want to look glamorous and wear their expensive stuff, but it is a huge liability, a huge liability. Whenever I see people carrying expensive handbags, I've seen a few. I saw this one woman carry a Chanel bag. I saw another woman, I think within the last 2 weeks, carrying a Louis Vuitton bag, and I was staring at it, not because I thought like, "Man, that's a really, wow, holy crap, she has a Louis Vuitton bag." But I see it first and foremost as a safety issue, and I hate to think that someone would target her just for a LV bag. I told you guys in the past, if I get a LV bag, I would only get a fake one. I would not get a real bag because someone, if they see that bag, they would say, "Hey, that's a over $1,000 bag. Yeah, let me hit up the skinny Asian girl and take her handbag, and I can sell it." So don't carry expensive handbags. Carry a crossbody, look bummy, and um and keep to yourselves. Always be aware of your surroundings. 100%. If you don't stand too close to the subway platform, people have been known to push other people out. If you don't believe me, look at it. There has been at least 2 cases this year where people have gotten pushed randomly onto the subway platform. Yeah, this I wear clip-ons, so see, I don't I pierced my ears, but my ears weren't happy with getting pierced, so they closed up. So I use clip-ons instead. I don't have any pierced ears. Woohoo! Joshua finished sewing their pair of 200. I'm assuming it's a repair. If you did a repair, really good on you. It's not a lot of fear mongering. I see people getting I see people getting approached in New York. I have gotten approached multiple times in New York. If I'm walking down the street, people will ask me for money or they'll ask me for baby formula. You guys know that I was dumpster diving a few months back and I came home with like something like 52 bags of gummy bears and I was packed to the gills and this guy tried to scam me. And when I told him that I didn't have a credit card, he said, "Oh, I know you went shopping. I see all the stuff that you bought." And when I told him I was a dumpster diver, he was just absolutely, he was kind of speechless. And I said, "No, I didn't buy all this stuff. You see me with all this stuff, but yeah, I grabbed it." So don't think that I am I'm fear mongering because people see other people and they see them as opportunities. If they look like they're dressing too expensive, they're going to be targets of theft. 100%, 100%. So I did not, with all this clothes, like I can definitely walk outside wearing these clothes, but I know I'm gonna get approached and I don't want to get approached. It makes me uncomfortable when people are speaking to me in a very a less than respectful way and it's yeah. And if I don't talk to them, then they get mad. They're like, "Oh, they get mad and like, "Oh, so you're not gonna say hi to me?" Or yeah, it's just yeah, it just makes me really uncomfortable. It makes me really uncomfortable, and some people are pretty persistent. So I've always thought, okay, best to look bummy, best not to get approached. But even when, listen to this, even when I'm looking extremely bummy and I make sure my clothes don't match, I get people who go up to me and they're like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." I'm like, "Oh, for frick's sake." I'm like, "I do not look attractive right now. My clothes are mismatched. Like, please do not talk to me." Yeah, it's just when you look into their eyes, you can tell it's not it just looks very carnal. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like they're hitting you up like you're a piece of meat, and it's completely different than Hawaii. Like in Hawaii, if the guys go up to me, they're kind of awkward. I used to laugh at that because 'cause I'd be like, "Oh my goodness, these Hawaii guys need to get more self-confidence." But in New York, it just makes me kinda like, oh, oh, yeah, it's not like, "Hey, do you wanna grab a cup of coffee?" or "Do you wanna, can I have your number?" That kinda thing. It's like like you can tell, like, when, how the differences in way people approach, And in New York, it's gotten to the point where I don't feel comfortable wearing a lot of this clothes. It's not because I'm uncomfortable with people, complimenting me, it's just the way it's said. It's the way it's said, it's the way I'm approached, and yeah, and a lot of the times, like, I'll have people tell me stuff like, "Oh, I have money," and I'm like, "Well, what the beat? Why are you telling me, like, you have money? Like, do you want to do I look like a hoe or something?" I'm so covered up, like, I know what I'm wearing outside. I'm wearing leggings, I'm wearing long sleeves. Like, you don't it sounds like they wanna do a transaction, and I'm definitely not interested in that stuff. So if I can avoid even looking like a transaction as much as possible, then that's the way that I'm gonna go. Yeah. So I put in my community post, you guys will see, like, 2 videos of, women getting approached in New York, and that kinda stuff, it's real. It is real, and I have to be very keenly aware of how I look like when I walk outside, and I do not want anybody to target me for theft, and if they do decide to take stuff from me, it's gonna look like low value stuff. If I was in Hawaii, again, I would feel completely comfortable wearing everything here. Everything here, I would feel completely fine, but I don't because when I see clothes, I don't think of them as dollar signs, I don't think of them as possible dollar signs, and in New York, I think if you look like you if your clothes look a certain way, or if you're dressed a certain way, or if you're styled a certain way, they people could think, "Hey, that chick is all alone. She looks like she has some pretty expensive stuff. Yeah, let me try and rob her for her jewelry. Let me rob her for her credit card and see what's in there." And yeah, yeah, I don't want that. I don't wanna lose my phone, especially because my phone is so incredibly important to me. Yeah, so, I don't mind. I mean, I think it's really important to take care of yourself, but do it in a way that you feel safe. So for me, I wanna improve how I look, but I'm still gonna continue with looking a certain way outdoors. Because the most important thing for me is to come home safely. So if I wanna dress nicely, I can, wear something like this when I'm out with Lewis, or if we're going to go out somewhere and I'm with him, but I will absolutely not wear this kind of stuff, like showing my knees out by myself, because if I do that, then I can expect someone talking to me, and it just makes me uncomfortable. No, I don't carry any mace on me. New York is not New York is, how would I say it? It's not like people are getting mugged left and right, but I understand that when you're at the subway, you possibly have people scoping you out. And when you have people scoping you out, that's the period of time where you wouldn't wanna be a target. And for me, right, I do not want my stuff getting stolen in between me going to, let's say, between where we are and getting to the store. So I always make sure, like, "Okay, Erica, make sure you kinda look bummy, make sure you carry a bummy looking bag, because if you carry something too nice, again, I'm gonna be a target of theft, and women do get robbed at the subway. People do get their stuff stolen, on the subway, and you know what the sad thing is? Like, nobody goes in to help. It's just like people okay, so there was this one person that I was reading. They This one person fell asleep on the subway, and someone was gonna rob them. Someone was gonna, pickpocket them. So a good Samaritan, who was a woman, told the person who was sleeping, like, "Hey, wake up, move your stuff." and the thief got mad because their target, they were interrupted. And again, this is on a subway, so they weren't the only one on the subway. The thief got mad that the woman who was a good Samaritan woke up their target. So allegedly, he started hitting the Good Samaritan, and I don't know if anybody intercepted, but that's the kind of stuff like you got to be very very mindful about what happens in New York because I don't want to become a target, and yeah, you got people who are just kind of scoping. Yeah, you talking about the red shirt? Yeah. So that's a scary thing about that kind of stuff. If you try to so if anything happens and if someone assaults me, I do not expect any person to step in because I shared with you guys, I think yeah, sometime last year I went to the community fridge, checked it out, and then this boy who was this young teenager, I think he was 10 or 13 years. I can't remember how old I said he was back then, but he was definitely younger. He looked like he was maybe around 13. Yeah, I think 13 he was. He threw tomatoes at me, because he thought it would be fun. So he threw tomatoes at me, he threw tomatoes at another woman, and there was a guy who was sitting on a bench about 2 feet away from us, and he heard us yelling, he saw us getting pelted by tomatoes, and he did not step in. And this guy who was there, I mean, he had muscles, he looked like he was strong, he looked like he was definitely able-bodied, but he could not be bothered to help us. And I didn't realize he was there until after the boys ran away. So that made me think like, yeah, that kind of stuff can happen, and it didn't happen. So what happened was is that I went to the community fridge, I saw what was there, I grabbed 3 carrots. I walk away, right? Minding my own business. I'm like, "Hey, I'll take 3 little carrots." I walk away, and then I immediately notice a tomato, lands by my foot. So I turn around and I see the one of the boys, he has tomatoes in his hand, and he throws it at me, and I march over to him. And I basically yelled at him and I told him, "What are you doing? Don't you understand that this kind of stuff is um, run by volunteers?" And he said, "Oh, I saw you. You took everything in the fridge." And I said, "What are you talking about? I took 3 carrots. There's so much stuff left." And he was, he you could tell like maybe he didn't expect me to confront him. And I told him, "Don't do that kind of stuff because you're wasting food. You're hurting your community." Now, I thought I'm done talking to him, so I turned my back, and then I didn't realize that him and his buddy run across the street and they throw tomatoes at us again. And it not only hits me, but it hits this Spanish woman who's next to me. And the Spanish woman is telling me that every day at 6 p.m., allegedly two boys go over there and they start throwing things at people. And it wasn't until after I got pelted the second time, I realized that there was a guy 2 feet away from us, and I know he heard us yelling, I know he heard us shouting, but he didn't step in. And that really made me think like, yeah, if anything happens, I'm gonna be on my own, and never mind if it's this kid who's like 13 years old. Yeah, no one's gonna step in. No one is gonna step in. And in Hawaii, I tell you this, like this would not happen in Hawaii. In Hawaii, a person would step in. 100%, 100% because the guys in Hawaii from what I've seen, they're very protective, even with people they don't know. They'd be like, "What are you doing?" Da-da-da-da-da. Or you'll have people who are very protective, and I've seen people step in. And in New York, it's not like that. It's like fend for your frickin' self. So I'm really disappointed, and I shouldn't make blanket statements like this, but when I hear things about that, when I hear about people getting assaulted, like women getting assaulted, and then you got male passerbys and they don't do crap. I'm like, what's the, that's so disappointing. That is so disappointing to hear about. Like nobody stepping in. So I was talking to I was talking to someone, and, I told them that I wanted to go back the next day and see if the boys were there, 'cause I wasn't gonna back down, and from what I was advised, it was like, "Erica, just let it go, and whatever you do, don't lay a hand on those 2 boys because, those 2 boys have family members, and if you hurt those little boys or if you smack them or something like that, they're gonna bring their whole family in and then make you look like the total bad person." You know how some people are, it's like you have some people who act up and they're like, "Oh, they're so nice, they're angels, they just made a little mistake. How could you be so mean to this person?" I don't defend criminals, and I feel really sad about those boys because if they continue doing what they do, like right now people could say, "Oh, they're just little boys, Erica, just let them go." You do that when you're 17 years old, or you do that when you're older, you're gonna get a prison. Uh-huh. You're gonna go to prison, you could get sued, and, yeah, it's just kinda like a waste of the future because you know how some people scrutinize those kind of things, right? Sometimes for certain jobs, you have to do a background check, and I really believe that that kind of behavior does not happen out of the blue. It happens because the kids do not fear adults at all, and they're like, "I'm gonna do what I wanna do, and you can't tell me what to do," and probably the parents are very laxity. Probably the parents don't even give a crap. I will really criticize that. I know some people say, "Erica, you can't make the judgment about the parents that way." I'm like, "I'm gonna make a judgment about the parents, because you don't have just 1 kid, you have another kid as well." And I also don't believe it's just kids acting up because when I grew up, I don't know anybody who did that kind of stuff. And if they did, they would get their ass whooped. They would get their ass whooped for sure. Acting up like that. And it makes the parents look bad. And I refuse to believe the whole, oh, they were just some sweet little boys and just allow them to pelt you with tomatoes or something like that. Like bullshit. Yeah, so let me tell you about the stuff that happens around our neighborhood within a 1 square mile, within 1 mile that I have read. Let's see, there was a guy who was about 45 years old. He stabbed a elderly man, and then he also stabbed a 5-year-old girl. Hit her in the leg. That was recent. I've also read about home invasions happening within half a mile away from us and during daylight hours. I've There's also been instances of it's not uncommon to hear about people carrying weapons or shots getting fired late at night, and yeah, so this is not Hawaii. This is not Hawaii. It is a very real possibility you could get injured. Um, and some people around around in New York, there was this one guy, he was washing his car and he got shot in the head. Yeah, he got shot in the head. He didn't even know the guy. It's and the guy just randomly went up and shot him in the head for washing his own car. So that kind of stuff, that is unheard of in Hawaii. And then there was another instance too, in Manhattan that happened recently. So there was a employee, and I'm not gonna name which one, but there was one of Lewis's employees. They parked their car and then they went to work. And then when they came back from work, they opened their car and they're like, "What the hell is that smell?" And then they realized that someone had broken into their car and was sitting, I believe, in the back seat. So that was scary because had they not noticed that person, right? Had they not, that person could have gone and choked them. That person could have, done some violence when they started driving on the road. And that's the kind of stuff that is a very real possibility. So again, an employee had their car broken into, and then the perpetrator or the thief decided to stay in the back seat of the car, laying low, and he wouldn't have been caught unless had they not smelled. So um, they they found that the thief had. Uh, I think they had a ID or license and registration inside of their inside of their pockets. So they told that person to empty their wallets out. I don't know why they didn't call the police. Like 100%. If I was in that situation, I would call the police immediately. And I thought it was scary. Like, can you imagine if anything happened to that one person? If, like the Godfather thing when people go up behind you and they try to, use a belt and yeah, like maybe you think like, "Erica, you're being a little paranoid," but I just don't think I think it's good to have alarm bells if you go into your car and you find someone in your back seat, like, that is terrifying. I grew up in Hawaii, so in Hawaii, it's when I grew up in Hawaii, Hawaii was a very safe place, and Hawaii is a lot safer than New York, like, definitely a lot safer. I don't have to worry about people getting shot, I don't have to worry about people getting stabbed, I don't have to worry about home invasions happening in broad daylight in my neighborhood, because I don't live in an expensive neighborhood, mind you, but in Hawaii, it's like everybody knows each other, we're a little island, so neighbors watch out for each other. If anybody sticks out, it's like, yeah, people know. People know. So it's a very close knit. It tends to be very close knit. So that is just some of the stuff that rings alarm bells to me, and some of the stuff that I've heard about, like, I have never ever encountered this kind of stuff in Hawaii. I don't hear gunshots while we're riding on a bike. There's a video where Lewis and I were riding around, and we were less than a mile away from where we live, and there was a gunshot. Definitely sound on camera, and he filmed it. So yeah, it's things like that. It just makes me very sad, and it's very unsettling, and it's, uh it's one of the reasons why he wants to move away from where we live. Again, it's not that we live in a really bad area. It's not like we live like, one of those places that, like, how come he doesn't go to a more expensive area? The rent here for a number of places about $2,000 a month for studios. The issue is that when you have a place where the rent is expensive and people like the area itself wasn't that good. Like I heard 10 years ago it's really bad. You have people who, they just kind of linger around in the area. So that's yeah, hopefully if you move to another area, you hope to kind of get away from that stuff. I told you guys about in New Jersey. Place like Malvern where they have you can get an $800,000 house, and I think property tax is like $20,000 a year. Yeah, you don't have any of that stuff, but you're paying $20,000 a year just in property tax to have that kind of safety. And when you go in that kind of neighborhood, everybody notices you. Like neighbors peep their head out and they're like, "Who is that person?" Because it's that kind of close knit neighborhood, and that's the kind of stuff that I see in Hawaii too. Neighbors know each other, they're familiar with each other, they watch out for each other, and you don't have to worry about getting stabbed randomly or hearing gunshots or yeah. Yeah, but don't get me wrong, like Hawaii's crime has gotten up, and part of the reason is when housing gets expensive. Housing is expensive. Like the place that I live in Hawaii, I think for 2 bedroom, 2 bath, it goes for about something like 800 square feet. It goes for about 450, $470,000. It's not a luxury building either. A luxury building would be more expensive than that. But just kind of giving you an idea about how expensive Hawaii real estate is. So it's expensive, and a lot of people can't afford living in Hawaii. I know a lot of people who they cannot afford buying a place in Hawaii because it's just so out of there. You know, it's out of their price range, and people, a lot of people, they live with their parents still. People who are, let's say, 40 years old, they still live with their parents because like the price of housing is just that expensive. And a lot of people in Hawaii, they get paid around, I'd say, 40, $50,000 a year. So our cost of living is more expensive in Hawaii. The food is more expensive, and apartments and houses are more expensive as well. Yeah. So that's the thing about Hawaii that I miss. I miss not having to care about this kind of stuff. I miss being able to wear clothes like this, walking to a shopping mall, walking back home, let's say 8 p.m., and I don't have to worry about getting approached. I don't have to worry about getting robbed. But Hawaii, like I said, it's not as safe as it was like 10 years ago. When I was in high school, I used to walk home late at night about 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., about 2 miles from I think it's like 1.5 or 2 miles from shopping mall all the way back home. And I didn't worry about it. I never once thought about my safety, but now it's like a different story. I don't feel comfortable walking home at night past 8 p.m. in Hawaii just because I'm just kind of more on guard about that kind of thing. There is more stuff that goes on, but it's not as bad as New York. It's not as bad as New York. What's the homeless rate there? I don't know. We do have a homeless situation. We Yeah, we have a homeless situation. The weird thing is this. The homeless in New York don't smell. The homeless in Hawaii smell. So that's a weird thing to me. I'm like, how come the people I can smell, how come the homeless in Hawaii really look homeless and then the homeless in New York don't look like it and they don't smell like it? Maybe it's the weather. I don't know. But also, we don't have panhandling in Hawaii. We don't have very successful panhandling. I see people, they ask for money, let's say at the Costco, and then they ask for $1, and you can tell like based on how they look, like, man, and they're really they really are struggling on the street. But in New York, man, some of these people, it's like I look at them, I'm like, you look pretty comfortable. You got professional panhandlers in New York. No, I haven't smelled them. I haven't smelled them. It's not nearly as bad as Hawaii. Like Hawaii, you can smell a stench of BO and urine, but in New York, I don't smell that. Again, though, I think that I don't know what it is. I feel like the homeless in New York take better care of themselves, or they have more access to resources than the people in Hawaii. Maybe they have more access to showers. The homeless in Hawaii, for instance, I've seen a number of them. They look like they haven't showered in like a week or two. The homeless in New York, they definitely look like they took a shower within the last couple days. So that's what I'm trying to get at. I saw this one woman, and I know I shouldn't be saying this, but it's like when I see people who tell me they're homeless, and I'm thinking like, man, yeah, you look like you're pretty well off. And I shouldn't I'm not saying this because I don't believe that they're homeless, but I'm saying this because I see how the homeless look in Hawaii. And again, those people don't look like they don't take a shower. They look like they have a lot of like dirt under their nails. They look like they're truly been homeless for prolonged periods of time. But the homeless in New York are a lot more put together. I saw this one guy asking me for money and he had a gold chain on his neck, and I was like, "Dude, you look sharper than I do. Come on now. Come on now." Like, yeah, the thing with the subways in New York is they don't have restrooms. So you do have certain areas like underneath the stairs that do smell like piss. But yeah, I don't it's yeah, I think that happens with any area where you don't have a restroom. Yeah, I know. I told you guys. I used to give money to people on the subway. They asked me for money, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, I'll give you $1." And some people, right? They'll say, "Oh, I'm hungry. I want food." You offer them food, they don't want it. You offer to buy them food, they don't want it. They want you to give them cash directly. I shared with you guys that one person at Two Bros Pizza, they wanted 2 slices of pizza and a drink, and they said, "Ma'am, can you get me that?" And I said, "Oh, okay." And then, they don't this was before, the situation too, so this is no face mask or anything like that, and, I offered to buy it for them, I think it was only $3, and then they said, "Ma'am, I would like to purchase it myself." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, why you can order it, I'll pay for it, I'm not gonna touch it. If you think I'm gonna poison you, I won't go anywhere near your pizza or your drink," and it was obvious to me that they did not want the pizza and the drink, they just wanted me to give them $3 in cash. Yeah, so that is, that yeah, some people in New York, it might be very lucrative to panhandle. I don't think it's as lucrative now, just because you got a lot of people who don't wanna really go outside, they don't wanna interact with people, they don't wanna give money to people, times are tough, finances are tight, so yeah, so you have less successful for panhandling. Yeah. I don't know much about Andrew Yang running for mayor. I do wish him the best. I don't know if de Blasio is gonna be running, but who knows? Who knows? But I don't have anything against Andrew Yang. It seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, people want money. They don't want food. And the other thing too is that I think of it this way. I can give someone money, right? I can give them $1, but how far does that really go? It doesn't go very far at all. What they need is actually access to resources. And my belief is that I believe there is, people out there who do try to help the homeless, but panhandling is not going to lift a person out. Well, actually, I take that back. Some panhandlers are very, very successful in New York. So maybe that's why they continue panhandling. And there's also it's not if you deal with cash, right? The IRS doesn't know that how much money you're making. Oh, two-term limit. Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, oh my goodness, it is almost 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Oh, you can tell I'm losing it. It's almost 3 a.m. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get going. Just wanted to share with you my thoughts about what I'm gonna do about my closet. I got all this beautiful clothes that I gotta go through. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Some of the stuff I gotta put back in, and then other the stuff I can't move around my closet with only one hand and fake nails. And again, I like the fake nails. They just are not very practical. See this one? Can you see it? Focus. See? It's lifting up. I did not realize that how how much I'm reliant on my natural nails to open things food. I had to use a knife for that, a spoon for that, and it's just like lifting, opening like containers. I'm like, grr. Yeah, so for people who have longer nails, I really think and just a thought. I really think the reason why people like long nails or the image of long nails is it doesn't look like you do that much with your hands, and it looks more polished. So you cannot do like a lot of people can't do a lot of labor with their long nails. And I was reading about in China or in Asian countries, you got some people who grow out their nails because it's supposed to symbolize like, yeah, I'm able to grow out these long nails and the reason why I'm able to do that is because I don't work in the rice fields, or I don't have to work as being a farmer. I think long nails are nice. They're just impractical. I go through too much stuff, open too much containers. I'm a diver, so having these kind of long nails, eventually it's just gonna snap, and then it just becomes a hindrance. So I'm gonna keep these long nails, remove the little sticky stuff because they have sticky tape on them. Let me show you guys. Can I lift it up? Yeah, there we go. See? And I wash my hands too often too. So if you look through it, you can see that I put this little adhesive here. You see it? See the adhesive? Oh, here it is. So it's like sticky tape and it sticks on my nails and that's it. So I can remove these things out, scrape off the sticky thing, and then reuse them if I want to make my nails look nice. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna just stick with my natural nails. What do you mean? These are like $7 nails on Amazon. They're not they aren't expensive. See? So I didn't glue them on. I just taped them. It's just, dumpster diving is not a job. Dumpster diving is just a hobby. I would not I would some people can make dumpster diving a job, but, for me, I just like it because I like to find what I feel like it's almost like a treasure hunt. I don't know what I'm gonna find. Sometimes I could find something like, $150 salt and pepper shakers, or I could find a bunch of, like, arts and craft things, which I really like, or fake floral, or, just random stuff, but, um or, for food, because I do volunteer at a food distribution event, and, that's about it, or restock the community fridge. So I like to help save things from the landfill, but, I don't yeah, I'm not selling this stuff, I'm just giving it away for free. Whatever I pick up and I don't want, I just give it away for free. But people can make a good amount of money, dumpster diving. I've seen people, sell multiple things online, or they say like, oh, they went to a furniture place, they picked up, let's say, a table that was brand new in box, and they resold it for $100, right? And then they make a quick $100. The reason, okay, yeah, so yeah. Acrylic nails are nice, but here's a reason why you won't see me wear acrylic nails too. My nails grow too fast. So if I had acrylic nails, I would have to get a fill every week, I feel like, because nails grow extremely fast. And that a fill is about 20-30 dollars. So these nails, if you see women with acrylic nails, know that they're paying a pretty penny for it. I know women who get their nails done, and regularly, about every month, they would spend over $60 a month on their nails, to retouch it, sometimes even $100 a month because they wanna do the nail design, they wanna get the little rhinestones on here, the little painted flowers on here, and each nail is, let's say, $5 for a nail art design. If you want the rhinestones, it might be, like, $3 for each little shiny stone. It adds up really quickly, so I just I like the look of long nails, but thankfully, since I got these cheap these cheap press-on nails, I don't have to deal with them also removing them. So if I had the real if I went to a salon and got my nails done, I would probably be looking at about $40 to install them, right? Not including tip. And then to remove them would probably be about 10 or $20. And the way they remove it is they dip your finger in acetone and then they just kind of pry it off. They just pry it off completely, and then your nail's all freaking damaged. My nail's not damaged, I just have that sticky it's like 2 double-sided tape on my nail. So that is, yeah, the nail life, it lasted for 2 days, actually 1 day, less than 1 day, because yesterday I put this on, I took a shower, and then 3 nails popped off. And then I didn't even take a shower yet, I have to take a shower. See, that's the problem. I take showers late at night. And then, yeah, I didn't even take a shower yet because I've been washing my hands, the thing went under the glue and then it just popped off. So if you have to go, let's say, to an event or you don't really, you wanna look a little nicer, use press-on nails, don't go to a salon. This stuff is like $7. If you use this tape that I'm using, then yeah, You save a lot of money. The only downside is that if you look really closely, you can see the air bubbles. See that? It doesn't bother me too much, but I know other people would be bothered by this, and the only reason why you see the air bubbles is because I don't have adhesive on the side. So if I use glue, you would not see any of this. But you can see clearly, you can see the outline of the adhesive sticker. Do you see it? I think you guys can see it. You can see how where the adhesive sticker is. Because this one is semi-translucent. Yeah, nails are and if you break a nail, then you got to go to the salon and get that thing fixed. So again, do fake nails biodegrade? No, this is plastic. These are plastic bits. They're not going to degrade. What people do with these press-on nails, usually they don't use this adhesive sticker. They will use it's basically like super glue. It's called glue. They'll super glue it to their finger, and then afterwards they just kind of they do the salon thing. They dip their nail in acetone, remove it, and then they'll put a new one. So all of these nails get thrown away in the trash, and I think people normally redo it every week, every 2 weeks, something like that. But it's only $6, 6, $7. So it's you save a lot of money compared to a salon. Yeah. The idea of fake nails is it's supposed to elongate your hands. See? And then your nails are all like it looks neater and nicer because your nails are all one solid shape. If you have short, stubby fingers, your hand looks longer. And it's not supposed to protrude out like that. You can see how it's kind of sticking out. That's because I'm using the adhesive sticker. If I glued it on, it would be a lot flatter. But I was like, frick it, I don't want to glue my nails. I don't like dipping my fingers in acetone. I did it before, and I was like, oh, so much freaking damage to my nails. So kiss nails are really good. I think I'll probably do a stream about this tomorrow rather than have this like long drawn out sort of thing. But It's not it's not personal attention. I just don't like looking at my nails and seeing see how my nails look kind of I want to say bummy compared to these nicer nails. Every time I look at my nails, I'm like, I wish I had nice manicure nails. So that's why I got the fake nails. It's just like I want to look at my hands and think they look nicer. Like my nails look nicer. And yeah, I'm happy with it, but I'm not happy with how impractical they are. So these are the real short ones, and you can already see, like, even though they're considered the real short length, they're actually not that short. They're pretty long. I like this length because it's easy for me to type, but again, I open too many cans, I open too many containers, I'm a diver. It's not practical for me to have fake nails. That's what I learned today and actually yesterday, and yeah, happy for that. Yeah, I was talking to Lewis about it, and he was like, "Oh, how long are you gonna keep those nails on?" I said, maybe a week." And he's not a big fan of these nails, but he understood why I liked them. I was like, "You can tell the difference between my real nail and the nice manicured one. I like the nice nails better." Yeah, I just don't like them popping out. Personal attention from the person doing the nails. It is nice. Okay, it is nice to see your basic nails get a little upgrade. So it's you get like the hand massage if you go to a salon. I've gotten my nails done in a salon before. You get like a hand massage. You get your fingers painted, and you're like you get to see the transformation. It's kind of like getting a facial, or it's like your fingers get individualized attention. And one of the things that draws people to getting their nails done is I think people, especially women, you do so much with your hands. You wash dishes, you clean, you organize, and you really want to pamper your fingers. So going to a salon, getting the nail paint on, getting the acrylic nails, it's like, ooh, a little pick me upper. I think you can get natural makeup. I think a lot of women wear natural makeup, and then when they wear natural makeup, they just have like a boost of confidence. It's um women, some women they don't have symmetrical brows. My brows are not symmetrical. I have to fill them in. and I feel better. I feel better when I like look at my wonky eyebrows and I kind of make them a little bit more even with eyebrow pencil. It's like a little boost of self-confidence. It's like, yeah, my eyebrows are imperfect, but we have a thing called an eyebrow pencil to work on that. It it does, you have to worry about more space going underneath your fingernails. That's what I didn't realize, so instead of my natural nails, I had to think about cleaning the bottom of this nail, and you can tell, like, it just kinda, like, makes a shelf of this, so that's why some people, they say if you have long nails or you have acrylic nails, you have to have a nail brush, and I don't have a nail brush to, wash underneath my fingernails. Eyebrow pencil, why not a pen? Because the pencil looks more softer than a pen. I don't wanna Sharpie my finger. I don't wanna Sharpie my eyebrows. That's why. Aw, someone has school night. Yeah, so, anyway, King Lumpy says, "Everybody go to sleep," so, yeah, I'm gonna take a shower, go to sleep, and go to sleep with, 9 fingernails on. I'll probably do a stream about my fingernails tomorrow so that way people who missed out on it can see it because I know 22 of you are in here right now, but yeah, talk to you guys later. You guys stay safe, stay warm, and I'm gonna declutter this closet a little bit more. It's crazy because I've actually decluttered this closet, but I always feel like, yeah, there's always more decluttering to get done. See ya.